What is up, guys? Now welcome back to another video. Now I don't know if you guys have noticed, but I have changed the name of the channel from Swanee Does Anime to Swanime because one of my friends suggested that to me. I was like, well, that's kind of brilliant. It sort of just flows together, and I'm still going to keep the banner and everything the same, but I think that's a better suited name. It's more creative than just Swanee Does Anime. So that's the first thing I want to talk about. But the point of today's video is I want to do another hypothetical, and that is at the point that we are in Dragon Ball Super after the Broly movie and just how strong Goku and Vegeta actually are, if they were to fuse like they did with Vegito or Gogeta, it can go either way. Me, personally, I don't really see much of a difference between Vegito and Gogeta. I know there's this huge debate in the community about which one's stronger. To me, it's literally just the same thing. I mean, they're still the same two people being fused together. I don't care how it's done. I mean, either way, it's the same two people. So I'm going to sort of refer to them back and forth in this video. But let's say they fuse together and for some reason they want to fight Beerus. How strong is Beerus? Because if you look clear back to the Battle of Gods movie, he said that he used about 70% of his power. Now, he could have just been ballparking it and just guessed. I mean, it could have been around 70. He could have just been pulling Goku's leg. But that was back when Goku was just Super Saiyan God. That was before Blue. That was before he went Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken. That was before the Tournament of Power and he went Ultra Instinct. I mean, there's a lot has happened since he fought Beerus. I'm interested to see who would win a fight in just the rematch between Goku now versus Beerus since he's come such a far way. But let's say it's Vegito or Gogeta. I think that they could beat Beerus. I honestly do, because they've gotten so powerful. And I think that they honestly should have just one-shot Broly in the movie. I understand that they had to make it a little bit more exciting than that. But if you think about just how powerful they would be if they fused together, let's look at Gotenks. Just two kids that could each, as individuals, go Super Saiyan, fuse together, could go Super Saiyan 3, and then they could fight toe-to-toe with Majin Buu back in the Blue Saga. So if they made that much of a jump, just two kids fused together could go Super Saiyan 3 and fight with Majin Buu toe to toe, then the scaling that happens when they fuse together is just enormous. So you would think if you take Goku and Vegeta at the levels that they are at now, fused together, I personally think that a base form Gogeta could have just one-punched Broly, but that's just my opinion. Like I said, I understand they gotta make it a little bit more exciting than that. But both Gogeta and Vegito can go blue, and you would think that that would just be so unbelievably powerful that it would just defuse them automatically, which is what happened with Vegito, because originally they would be fused together, but they retconned that in Super, and then they were so powerful that it shortened it down to just a few minutes. So I wonder how powerful they can actually get. And there was no signs of them defusing in the Broly movie. We don't know how long that fight actually lasted. We don't know if it was shorter or longer than the fight in the Goku Black arc. So it's kind of hard to tell which fusion would last longer, and it's hard to determine how powerful they can actually get before they defuse. Now, you would think that they would be able to use the abilities of both Goku and Vegeta, so hypothetically they could go Kaioken, or they could even potentially use Mastered Ultra Instinct. You would think that with Goku and Vegeta fused together, they would be able to figure out Ultra Instinct, because if Goku could do it on his own, and if you combine both of them, they should be so unbelievably powerful that you would think it wouldn't be that difficult for them to figure it out, especially since Goku has already done it and he has some knowledge of how to use it. I know Goku can't use it on his own just yet, but he has at least done it before. So who's to say they couldn't get Ultra Instinct in the Vegito or the Gogeta form? And same goes for Kaioken. Now, I know that Dragon Ball Heroes has dabbled into this, and they've had Vegito go Kaioken, but Heroes is its own thing. The power scaling in Heroes is so wacky, and it's such a fan service thing that I don't like heroes. I think it's dumb. But the idea is there. But I think if they actually did go Kaioken, they would just defuse instantly because they would be so unbelievably powerful that it just wouldn't make any sense. But let's say that they don't defuse. Let's just throw the defusing away. Like, let's say there's Gogeta and they go blue, and then because part of them is Goku, they go Kaioken, let's say times 20. So then you have a power-scaled Gogeta, which is unbelievably powerful. They're Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan, so they're Super Saiyan Blue. And then you times that times 20, that would be insane. And then, let's say they somehow can unlock Ultra Instinct. Or, who's to say you can't even stack Ultra Instinct? They've done crazier things in the past. I mean, look at how far we've come from Dragon Ball all the way up to Super. If you'd have told us back in the Dragon Ball days that gods and stuff would eventually get involved, people would be like, wow, that's stupid. That's such a huge gap. You have like little tiny kid Goku fighting in a martial arts tournament, and now he's fighting with gods. So I don't think it's too far-fetched to say that they could stack like Kaioken or something on top of Ultra Instinct, which, I don't know. They're running out of things to do because they're getting so unbelievably powerful that they're fighting with gods and stuff. But let's say he doesn't defuse. Let's say he goes either Kaioken or Ultra Instinct or both, and he goes up against Beerus. Like, Beerus goes all out, goes full power. Can he take on Beerus? And I think he can. Now, when you look back to before the Tournament of Power, and they had Seadra use his ball of, like, little tiny ball of destruction energy, and he hit Frieza with it from his little minion, and Frieza was, like, struggling to break free in his golden form, but then he controlled it, and he hit Goku with it, and Goku was struggling. Now, Goku was in his base form, and he almost had control of Seadra's destruction energy, which is pretty impressive. And then Beerus shows up and literally just blows on it, and it flies away and blows up. So that right there tells us that Beerus is still, like, really, really powerful. If Frieza and Goku struggled with that destruction energy, and then Beerus shows up and just blows it away, now that could be because he is a god of destruction, and he has destruction energy, so it wasn't a big deal to him. But we don't really have an idea of how powerful a full power Beerus actually is. Like, we haven't seen Beerus get serious ever since the fight with Goku in the Battle of Gods. Now, he got pretty angry when he Hakai'd Zamasu, but other than that, we haven't seen Beerus get mad or get serious or anything, really. He just lounges around and just is there for the show and eats food. So I'm really interested to see just how powerful Beerus can get, especially since at the end of the Broly movie, Goku mentioned, hey, you might be stronger than Beerus, referring to Broly. So if Broly might be stronger than Beerus, and a Super Saiyan Blue Gogeta can poop all over Broly, then I'm guessing a Super Saiyan Blue Gogeta or Vegito could take on Beerus, let alone a Kaioken Super Saiyan Blue Gogeta or Vegito. Or, I honestly, I think Ultra Instinct alone could compete with Beerus because all the gods were so in shock when they saw Ultra Instinct when Goku did it. They all stood up. They were all amazed, like, because that's not an easy feat for a god to even obtain. So the fact that Goku did it and they were all impressed shows you how powerful Ultra Instinct is. So if Vegito or Gogeta was able to pull it off and they went Ultra Instinct, I don't think Beerus would stand a chance. But that's Ultra Instinct. I think if Gogeta or Vegito went Kaioken on top of their blue, I think Beerus is done. But that's just my opinion. I think the power scaling is getting kind of wonky in Super. You could kind of keep track of it back in the Dragon Ball Z days with Cell and with Boo and stuff, but they've just added so much stuff with all the fan service, and I mean, it was kind of a push when they added the God stuff. I thought the Battle of the Gods would be like the top of the top, and you had like Beerus as top dog. But now they're getting to the point where, now they're getting to the point where they freaking break the dimension in the Broly movie when you have Broly versus Gogeta, and they're freaking fighting in like another realm or something because they're just, it's like two gods clashing together. It's like breaking the space-time continuum or whatnot. It's just, it's so hard to try to guess who would win in fights and stuff because of all the different things. I mean, you have Blue, you have Kaioken, you have Ultra Instinct, and then you have the fusions, and they all stacked with one another. I don't know, but long story short, I think a fusion of Goku and Vegeta at this point could take on Beerus. And that's not even including if they somehow were able to pull off one of these other moves like Kaioken or Ultra Instinct. But that is just my opinion. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. Who do you think would win if they went toe-to-toe? But yeah, that's going to do it for this video. Be sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you are new to the channel, and I'll talk to you guys next time.